Boom, welcome. This is Mikhail with Hustle System, and in this video, I'm going to expose the shocking truth that I learned when working with Tai Lopez for 3.5 years. That's right, so let me give you a little bit of a backstory. I came from the world of development. I was a web developer, full stack, and ran into Tai through a good friend of mine, and went up to his house and saw this beautiful house and decided, I want to have this life. And at the time I was juggling programming gigs, and I was also a musician. I was an audio engineer producing records, and I really wanted to have it. I wanted to have the lifestyle. I said, whatever it is you're doing, it seems like it's working, and how can I get in? And so I went up, and I remember at the time I actually didn't have a car. I was living here in Los Angeles, and I totaled my car at the time, and so I would actually have to walk up. Tai, as you guys know, lives in Hollywood Hills, so I'd have to walk up there for about an hour and a half each way, walk up and walk down. And the first time I met Tai, I remember walking up, and I was kind of talking to him and interviewing for him, right? And there was a sense like he wasn't really listening, and so I went ahead and I'm like, well, look, tell you what, I'll work for you for free for 3 months. All you got to do is just teach me how you did this. Show me how you did this. Show me what you know, and work for you for free. And that's how I got in. And from there, I went to run his customer support team and a lot of his sales stuff, some ads, and then also eventually transitioned to running his entire tech team. I don't know, those of you guys that actually don't know, Tai is actually very well versed in tech. He's not a full stack developer himself, but he actually knows very well the ins and outs of programming languages, how they are constructed, and how to construct platforms, websites, etc. And is very well versed in managing those programming processes as well. So I interned, I worked for him, I managed, and when I make this video, I'm talking about I went and I had Thanksgiving with Tai. And that's the true, honest truth. I would go with Tai, and we would drive down to San Diego, and I'd have Thanksgiving with him and his family, because those of you that know my story know that I don't have a big family here. Most of my family is in Russia. I came here with just my mother, and so in a way, Tai's family became my family. And it's very interesting to see the inside perspective, because the average person has an outside perspective of Tai Lopez and etc. And we'll kind of get into that on things that he taught me in marketing over the almost 4 years that I had the pleasure of working with him. But to see the inside out, like what is it behind the scenes? Like what is actually going on in his head? Because we'd have drives where we're sitting side by side having a one-on-one conversation, and that's not a pleasure that many people have had. And since his quote unquote escalation into the limelight, I think a lot of people would like to know this stuff about him. So the interesting thing is Tai teaches a lot of stuff, right? He teaches a lot of his core principles, foundational concepts, etc. And that is what he presents as the package for you to consume. And I would say that a large portion of this stuff are things that he uses himself, right? But there's a phrase of do as I do, not as I say. And very much there's a lot of congruence there. There's a lot of congruence of, what, here it is. But there's always this thought in the back of your mind of, well, who is the real Tai Lopez? Is he just this social media entity that he puts out? And so as a marketer, Tai taught me a great deal of what I know in marketing. And a lot of what he taught me goes on this one foundational principle. And this is something that he never told me, but something that he taught me through his actions. And as a marketer, people only see what you show them. Okay, again, he never told me this, but he showed me through his actions. It's very, very important to understand. As a marketer, people only see what you show them. Now, at this point, the first thing going off in your mind is, whoa, okay, what's Tai not showing us, right? What's Tai not showing us? And that's accurate, and it should be, right? You should question everything. And I'll be breaking that down in this video of, what is actually going on behind the scenes? What is actually the mechanism that runs the machine, if you will, in the background? So people only see what you show them. If you notice with social media, for you as a marketer, everything should be intentional. If you're showing something for the perception for it to be more humble, then show it with that intention, right? If you're showing something with the intention to shock and awe and trigger attention, then do it with that intention. So this kind of ties back into the core principles that I have of you should have intent in your marketing and in your copy. The second thing Tai taught me was it's not all about you. You know, at the end of the day, we all die, right? He has this concept called nature laughs last. At the end of the day, it's not all about me as the person working there. It's not even all about him as a person who is quote unquote the boss in a situation. There's a bigger thing going on. There's a bigger pattern to this universe that we're in. And the other concept that he showed me through his actions was how to be curious. Not just a little bit curious, but really, really curious. Because when we're children, when we're young, we are very curious, right? We go out and we try and explore the world, but as we become adults, that sense of exploration gets kind of knocked out of us. It says, no, go back to your cubicle, do your job, and stay there. And that really stuck with me, how to be not just a little curious, but really curious and really connect the dots, because there's so many parallels between something like, let's say, physics and business. For example, speed versus control, right? You can go fast in business, but you can't control your entire team if you're planning to go fast. The same applies in physics. So really connecting the dots between these core concepts, and that's actually why his content is so good. Learn fast. No. Learn faster. Really, really fast, okay? Because the way that looks is, yeah, you could take 4 years, 6 years, 8 years to get a degree, but is it really gonna get you the end result that you want? Can you learn, say, internet marketing in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months? Can you learn how to build a business in, let's say, a year or less? Can you become a multimillionaire in 2 to 3 years? Who is to tell you no? What right does the universe have to tell you that you can't do something and that you should be slower? And really that a lot of the time life is just about not making any mistakes. Just simply going through life without making any major hiccups, making major mistakes, and take care of your family and respect your roots. Because if you respect your roots, where you came from, that's gonna give you a sense of grounding and a sense of purpose and a sense of direction that's going to allow you to lead, because the other principle is that if you don't lead, no one else will. We all have this assumption where something, let's say, happens in a social situation and we kind of all look around, right? Who's gonna be the leader? Who's gonna lead us out of it? And sometimes somebody steps up, but you know what? In most situations, there is actually no one who will step up to that plate. Surround yourself with a circle of generals and follow the rule of 33%, right? 33% of the people in your circle should be people that you aspire to be like, look up to. 33% should be people that are around your current level, and 33% should be people that look up to you, that you can help lift them up. Be prolific. What that means is put out lots of output, input, output balance. We all like to consume. Consuming is easy. It doesn't take any real skill to go consume something, but it takes real skill and finesse to be prolific in your content output. Massive input, output balance directed at the output of what you are giving to the world, and do that within a wide range of skills, right? Tai is versed in managing programs, just like he's versed in marketing, just like he's versed in psychology or philosophy or biology, or as you see now, farming. There's a wide range of skills. You don't have to necessarily limit yourself to an individual thing. And the last thing that really stuck with me was probably the most important, and that is have core principles. Right? I worked with Tai hand in hand when we did the 67 steps, and what really stuck with me was that, at first I was like, oh, 67, you don't need 67, but as I started to create my own principles and ideas, I started to realize that having principles is critical. So you might be wondering, well, Mikhail, what's the shocking truth, right? The shocking truth is when you're sitting there at Thanksgiving dinner with Tai and his family, he is a honest, transparent human being. And the fact that he is a marketer automatically puts people off of that, no matter how hard he tries. And that is the honest truth, is that, as soon as you're a salesman, everything you say, every word that comes out of your mouth is blanketed in this veil of sales. As soon as somebody knows that you're a marketer or an internet marketer, every single thing you say now has this color to it that can be misinterpreted. And this video, after working with Tai for 3.5 years, okay, I went into that organization. I made a lot of impact in that organization. I took Tai from having to manage coders to be able to create content. I freed him from that, which is a lot of the reason why you're able to see a lot of his content today. Hopefully it's impacting you in a massive way, because that was always the intention. And a lot of the purpose behind that is good. The purpose behind it is to really leave a long-lasting legacy. It's to impart knowledge that maybe would have otherwise gotten completely lost in the fabric of history, and to create a sense of giving back to your community, to your roots, to your fellow humans, and in the process also create massive wealth for yourself. Health, wealth, love, happiness. You guys already know the deal. So the shocking truth might not be as shocking as what you might have expected, but actually it is much more shocking than you think, because this video is a mirror for you. If you were clicking on this video hoping to uncover dirt and feed that dark energy that has a profound impact on our life and society in general of, oh, this person can't have this good of a life, and it's not really like this, and the constant skeptic, right, that runs in the back of our minds, I urge you to take a moment and pause and say, wow, why am I feeding that for myself? And why am I spending my energy to feed something that's so dark and that's so skeptical? And why am I choosing to judge others instead of simply executing? Because there's just a reflection of our own abilities to not perform at the highest level, not get results, not get the things out of life that we want. And so what we want to do is validate that other people are not getting those same things as well. Where in reality, from 3.5 years of working with Tai side by side, I can genuinely say he's an honest human being. He brought me into his home with his family for Thanksgiving when I didn't have a Thanksgiving dinner to go to of my own. And that's something that stayed with me to this day. But for you, as you're watching this video, you might be disappointed. You might say, I was hoping for the dirt. I was hoping for the darkness. I was hoping for the shocking truth, but the shocking truth is that you need to take a long, hard look at yourself and ask yourself the question of why is that what you want? So this is Mikhail with Hustle System, where art meets commerce. This video was the shocking truth I learned from working hand in hand with Tai Lopez for 3.5 years. If you like this channel, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. If you like this video, please like the video. And was it something that triggered you in this video? Comment down below. I will answer every single comment. And I look forward to making a massive, massive difference in your life, inspiring you to create, inspire, and change the world. Let's win together.